forevermore. To my family, my cosmic family, I love my family. You are my family. We ain't gotta have blood, but just know it's all love. I really wanna give you a hug, so speak whatever you need to speak. You gotta open up your throat chakra. You gotta motherfucking release. Don't let nobody have that much power over you to where you can't even speak about your shit, on your shit. Gotta let them know you got it like that. So come on, baby, to the channel.
Greetings, my beautiful, beautiful cosmic family. What's up, y'all? So today is a very intense day, but I did an Easter egg hunt with my children, and my son found $5 in the egg. My daughter got $1, and then I let the egg hunt because why not, you know? So it's another, and I had another $5 bill. It might, y'all ever was a kid and y'all parents or your cousins, I don't think my parents ever did Easter egg. No. We end up going somewhere and they did an Easter egg hunt and we stayed for like the weekend, and you end up finding another egg out of nowhere like the next day or so. That's what I think gonna happen with one of the kids, because I had two $5 bills in one and $2 bills in one each. So it might be another $5 bill out there somewhere, but I didn't know everywhere I put them, so I was like, I don't know, shit, I gotta look, but they might find it. Now, if somebody else found it, that's good. Don't bash me. Yes, I'm drinking this Everfresh juice. No one got all these goddamn gone. Oh, wait. It say water and orange juice. That's what it say. But hey, if you know, you know. Everfresh is the next best thing to some good vitamin D. If you ain't got it, no grocery store nearby, because I don't have no grocery store nearby. My grocery stores are like 5 to 6 minutes away, maybe 10 minutes away. No walking distance grocery stores or nothing. So I just don't even budge. And we only got 2 stores near our house, so that, and no gas stations. So that should show you in a good area. We ain't got all that ether and all that shit in your area. Anywho, I'm gonna do a story time on when I first started speaking to the dead. My background, unless it's from the ancestors. Anywho, do y'all like this hat? I bought this from a entrepreneur. He's Carbon-Based Being. He's selling his album. I like this because I remember when my mother used to rap, she used to have like the half-faced tiger, lion or something like that. And I always thought that was very creative. But he doing it. He got his ether. He's selling his tape. Oh my God, his demo. Let me show you. Y'all see that booty back there? Trying to get a little boop booty. So here's his demo. I don't know who he is, but it just looks so royal to me. Like, it caught my eye. Like, so I had to support when I was out with this hating ass person, this friend. He was like, I wish I could just pick up and buy something I want. You can just pick up and buy something. I'm picking up and I'm supporting my community, whether it's reciprocated or not, because what I give, I shall receive, flat out. So, and that's the universal law of attraction. You give, you receive. And if you give with great intention, you can't give looking for somebody to give back. You can't do that. You got to give and have that heart of giving, and not being able to broadcast it. Everybody always want to record them feeding the homeless. Just go feed them. Have you ever thought they was embarrassed to even be on camera? I don't play them games. I don't record everything I do. You get what I'm saying? I leave it for me in spirit because they know what I do. Anywho, yeah, boo, what up, dog? So let me calm down. So yes, I'm going to be doing a story time on my first interaction communicating with the dead, and it was so intense and it was so like breathtaking. So I'm going to go ahead and start. So, mind you, I was already on my spiritual awakening from the age 10 on up. I was already waking up. It just took some time. So about time I went, like when I went through that shelter phase and I had to get me and my children and me and my son in a home, once I went through that, that was it for me. No more playing games, no more fighting, no more being in these streets. I don't got time for that. I got a family to feed. So once I did that, that was that. And y'all, when I bought this hat, I ain't gonna lie, y'all know I'm very spiritual. I came home, I saged it, I sprayed some of my holy handmade water on it, some vitamin oil. I made sure, because, baby, I ain't bringing nobody's shit home with me. So, I was pregnant with my daughter. I think I had just had her in December, because it was like June sometime. Deceased / transitioned over person is my sister right up under me father. I'm not really gonna speak his name, but I had a connection with him. His birthday is right by my birthday, so that's probably why he came to me. I don't know why. Anywho, it was a summertime. I had just had my daughter in December, so I'm still like freshly going through my body, still going through some changes. So my daughter was in her bed asleep, and we all was asleep. I was in the bed with her dad at the time because we were still together, and it gotta be like around 7 a.m. in the rising, and I had an AC, but my AC didn't push. It was on low. It wasn't pushing out as much air, but it was on low. So I'm asleep. I'm a light sleeper still to this day. I don't gotta lie about nothing. I'm very light sleeper. I'm a very light sleeper. So I'm asleep and I hear, no, first the AC gets so cold to the point where my nose was cold. I'm up under the blanket. My nose cold. My feet cold. My feet get so cold, like icicle cold. Excuse me. So I'm like, what the heck? So I'm still asleep though. So a dream or a glimpse, a dream, I feel like it was meditation, I promise you, because I was on my way to probably waking up. I wasn't super asleep to know. And before I even got that dream, the last few days, I would hear knocks on our bedroom window. Like, my kids' dad would be in the room with me, too. And I'd be like, I hurry up and wake up. Like, what the fuck? You heard that knock on the window? He like, yeah. But when I was with him, I used to be a lot of paranormal activity shit happening when my kids' dad was in my life. But anywho, I kept hearing a knock on the window. And I don't know if that was him trying to warn me and get me in comfortably. Like, I'm knocking, let me in so I could talk to you. I need to talk to you. I was getting ladybugs landing on me. Like, a lot has transpired throughout me seeing, and that's when I first started seeing angel numbers. I started seeing 333 all the time and 222 all the time. That's when I first started seeing my angel numbers. I was like blown away. So anywho, he come to me in a dream. So I'm riding past his old house. This is a dream or meditation. I don't know, but I'm gonna just say dream. So I'm riding past his old house. It's on Grinnell and Van Dyke. So I'm riding past it. I stop. I'm in a dream with my kid's dad too. I'm like, yeah, this the house I used to come to with my mama and my stepdad. My mama husband lived there, whatever, whatnot. So he like, oh yeah. So I'm like, matter of fact, let's pull up and let's get out, because the house was abandoned in a dream, and it was abandoned in reality until somebody recently bought it. So I'm getting out the car. I'm looking around the house like, yeah. So I just go in there. I'm looking around and I hear him call me from the basement. In the house, it looked real weird when I first walked through the front door. It's like a big pool in the living room. Like it was a real big pool. Empty pool though. It was just like a lot going on in a dream. So I heard him call me because I walked through the house. I walked to the basement. I'm like, yeah, he used to live here. And I heard him say, Kirtiana. That's how he sound. Like, he was like, Kirtiana. And I got scared in the dream and I ran out. But then I just got real strong. Like, you know what? No, I want to talk to him. I want to ask him some questions. I had personal questions to ask him on my own, because he used to treat me as if I was his daughter. Like, he used to really treat me. He didn't always get me or anything like that, but he just was very sweet to me. You know, on my birthdays, he made sure he gave me birthday money and all that type of stuff. So I was super, like, I loved him as a father figure. You know, that's all I knew, for real. My dad was in and out, so my mom was married to him, so I knew him, you know. So anywho, when he called me, I go back in. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just talking to him. And when I seen him, me and my sister, in reality, me and her was not talking at the time. You know, she was always going against me and hurt my feelings, stuff like that. So I had to just cut her loose in that time. Like, I cut people off a few times, but this was the final time. I was like, hey, I just was like, I don't know what's going on with your daughter. I had said her name. I said, I don't know what's going on with her, but her anger, her attitude, it's like she just changed. She's not the same no more. I don't know what to do to help her. I try. He looked at me and he was like, that's still my daughter. Basically, like, I see what she doing and I know you not lying about what she's doing, but I still gotta love her because that's still my daughter. That's still my baby. And I'm like, I know, but she just, man, he was like, tell her to come see me. He said, tell her to come. This how he said, he like, tell her to come see me. Tell her to come visit me. It wasn't no evil vibe, no nothing. And I was like, but what about my mama? What you want me to tell my mama? This is what I'm having a full-blown conversation with him, like, he here. I'm like, what? And he's still living. I feel like his soul and spirit was still in that house until he probably transitioned over and once she came and seen him. So I'm like, what you want me to tell my mama? Because she always was hurt that he was gone. That was her love. And he was like, out of everything, I don't know what happened, what's going on, but he said, tell your mama I forgive her. He said, tell her I forgive her. And there was a little boy with him. My son was in a dream with me too, and he was running around playing with the little boy. It was a little boy, light skin, kind of looked like my sister. I didn't really pay attention to the little boy, but I just glimpsely seen him. And they both was wearing like a black tee. You know, the hood guys always wear either white tee or black tee. And him and the little boy was wearing a black tee. And the little boy was playing in the backyard with my son. Because at this time, we had came out the side door and we was talking in the driveway. And I had my van and stuff like that. Like, my van was really significant for a lot of things. Because my van was always in the dream with me. Because I'm always in that motherfucker's driving. That's why I knew it was time for me to get rid of that van. Or that van had to leave. Because it was a lot of people throwing spiritual attacks towards my vehicle. For me to get in some type of accident. So I had to say goodbye to my baby. But I love my baby. So anywho, I'm standing by my van and he like, yeah, just tell your mom I forgive her. And I'm like, okay. And I was still asking because I was like, did you ever love me? You know, because you treated me so nicely. Did you ever love me? He was like, I mean, I loved you, but you know, you weren't my real daughter. He kept it real. He like, you weren't my real daughter, so I couldn't give, you know. And I'm like, I feel you. But thank you. That was the closure I needed too. He gave me closure for how I felt too. And I'm like, thank you though. He's like, you're welcome. So he started leaving, but I still was trying to ask more questions. And he just was like, basically like, it's time for me to go now. So when he was leaving, he was walking back in the house, but he was disconnected with me. And I can feel, so when I'm still asleep in reality and I end up feeling something on the bottom of my bed, sit down, and I felt something lift up as if it was leaving out my room or off my bed. So I end up waking up and I was like, my heart beating fast, and I wake my baby daddy up. I'm like, bro, I just had a dream about my sister daddy. And he was like, what? And he used to listen to everything because he was like, what? So my first thought was and I Googled it. I was scared a little bit, but I Googled it. And I'm like, what do it mean when you dream of dead people? What do it mean? And they was like, that's a spiritual message from that transition person. You need to hurry up and write out, because I started to fade. It started to fade real quick. So I hurry up and wrote it down, typed it up real quick. I'm typing it up. So once you write it or type it up, it stay with you forever. But if you don't do nothing about it, it slowly fade and leave your mind because you're not doing nothing with it. So I'm not talking to my mother or my sister at the time. So something told me to get my phone and text my sister that. I texted her that and she called me. I said, I don't know what's going on in your life, but your daddy said come see him. She said, she ended up telling me like months later after that, she said she ended up riding past the house and went to just sat in the driveway, and she said she felt him there at that house. And she started crying. She said she felt her daddy there. And she just was crying. This is what she was telling me. But I was like, but did you go after I told you about that? She was like, yeah. But then she kept switching it up like, no, I went there before you told me. Like, she is one of the people that try to make you forget what you seen, like make you feel like you crazy. Like, girl, I already went to see my daddy. My daddy ain't came and seen you. My daddy ain't did it. Like, it's not about that. What it's about is spiritually, he couldn't get in contact with you. So he came to me, which he helped raise me in a sense. On top of that, his birthday is a week after mine. He's a Taurus. So we have an energetic connection. And for me to see how jealous my mother and how you, which is a Sagittarius, how envious and jealous you are of me, I kind of think your mother was very envious and jealous of him because he's a Taurus and he had that wealth. So I feel like, I honestly feel like it was some jealousy there, and something happened to where out of all things he wanted me to tell my mother, the one she was so in love with him. So in love with him. The only thing he told me to tell her was, I forgive her. You did something. And my brother told me some shit, but that ain't my story to tell. That ain't happened to me. I wasn't there. I can't tell something somebody else told, so I can't. But spiritually, after he said that, that made hairs on my body stand up to the point where I was like, you forgive her? What did she do? I would feel like my husband that died and I'm in love with my husband would give a message to say, tell her I love her, I miss her, and I'm sorry for leaving her. He said he forgive her. And ever since he died, she lived it up for a while. But moments later, she started falling spiritually, beautifully, money-wise, material-wise. Our houses was falling. We was moving from house to house. We was losing shit. We was homeless. Well, we weren't really homeless, but we had to live in houses that was getting fixed up on. You know, it was a lot going on. So I'm looking at it like, somebody ain't telling me something, but hey, it ain't my business, Jill. That's what I said, and I left it alone.
This is a quick add-on that I just remember while editing this video. I remember telling my mother about that dream, and she switched it. You would think she would be happy to hear from the love of her life, but she ended up switching and was like, be careful with those dreams, because sometimes the dreams don't be the actual person. Sometimes that be a demon or the devil acting as if it's that person, and you can bring them back into your life, and a lot of shit can go wrong in your life. Like, you could bring, trying to put fear in me that I spoke with the dead, trying to also manipulate what I have foreseen, what I have did, and how powerful that truly was. But I went to her because I was uneducated about spirituality and uneducated about speaking with the dead. But that moment right there, I believe that's when she noticed, like, damn, she's starting to communicate with the other side. She's starting to really tap into who she truly is. So after I had that dream, I didn't have any more for a long time. Maybe somebody sprinkled this with some bullshit to keep me away from my dreams. That's when I was talking. I ended up a few months back having a tarot reader read me over the phone, and she had said somebody tried to block your dreams. And ever since that, I started getting piles and piles of dreams right after that. So I guess she awakened my dreams back up. I don't know, but I was still having dreams, but they wasn't as deep as those. So yeah, but years after I told my mother that, or months, I stopped having dreams. But then spirit started connecting with me in the physical. They said, well, we can't get to you in your dreams. We gonna connect you through the nature, through the birds, through the people. We gonna have people come to you and say shit out of nowhere. Since we can't get you in your dreams, we go see you in your physical now. Thank you, because every time these people try to block something that spirit gave to me, and that is royally in my blood, spirit would, okay, we'll do something else. And it always caught my attention. It always got me. See, one thing about me, I pay attention to what is around me. And the moments I feel like I don't pay attention is when I know somebody is trying to play with my mind, And it also be my mind, my ego, you know, so I gotta blame myself sometime. But other than that, yeah, this is the quick add-in I wanted to add in. I know I'm looking rough. I just woke up. So yeah. And another thing, I know I be saying a lot of things and I be, you know, expressing what has went on in my past spiritual growth and things like that. I know I say a lot of stuff and it'll make a regular typical person afraid. Like, damn, she airing out all this shit. Shouldn't she be afraid? No, I fear nothing. This is my truth. This is the things that I had to experience and see in my life. And I deserve to speak it now. This is my season to speak everything I desire. Nobody can stop me. And if you try to stop me, you're going to get karma quicker than quick. So I honestly don't participate in fear or participate in wondering if somebody go come to my house and try to hurt me because I'm saying a lot of things. I don't give a fuck about none of that, because the moment you think you're gonna try to come for me, the moment you keep trying to spend spell works my way. See, the thing about spell works and all that, and everybody knows this, when you send them, they have to go somewhere. And if you call on Ogun, Oya, you call on all these assassin ancestors, spiritual assassins, Michael, you know, Archangel Michael, Archangel Ariel, you know, you call on all these people, they're gonna go investigate. But now my name is so deep in these books that y'all trying to reach out to your ancestors about. My name is so deep in these books to the point the ancestors already know. As soon as you even try to point a spell towards me, it automatically backfired to you and your family, you and your children, who work with you. Because I'm doing the work and my ancestors is riding for me. And actually it's like you come into my spiritual team asking them to turn on me. They not about to turn on me for you, boo. They already made their mind up with me. They already synchronicity speak to me through nature. They cool with me, baby. It's cool when you do it, but it's a problem when I do it. Fuck 'em. But I do a lot of reverse spells. Yes, I do. I send them back to the sender because I know me. So when something is not right and it's not of me and it feel like it's somebody else's energy on me, guess what I do? Ding, ding, ding. Send it back to your ass. Tenfold. Because I'm a goddess of love. I don't like to hurt people. But if you're trying to hurt me, you deserve everything that you intended for me. Ashe.
You know, and I felt resentment for a while for him visiting me. I was angry. Because out of all people, why haven't my granddad came and spoke to me? Why can't I talk to him? This was before my granddad ended up visiting me, though. But why can't I talk to him? The man that I love, the man that loved me to the core. If any of my subscribers know me, my cosmic family, y'all know how much I speak of my grandfather. This ain't no act, baby. This ain't no pity party. I love the ground that man walked on. Every time I come to the city, or when I went to the city, I had to stop at my grandfather's house first. The last house he ever lived in. The last house he was taken away from in. Every time. That man is my mother freaking joy. You know, so that was my first time really communicating with the dead, like physically, mentally, spiritually talking to him, having a conversation, converting, waking up and feeling him get off my bed. He was there with me and he told me. And I guess he came to me because he knew I was in a transitional state where I was detaching from my sister. Maybe it was meant for me to detach from her, from him to come to me and also give me advice to give her. Basically, he like, that's still my, like, he wasn't going against her, but he knows she, you know, he knows she on some bullshit. He knows she wicked. He know his daughter a wicked mother. He knows she's wicked right now. Like, I don't know if she wicked because of the loss of her father or what she went through, but she's wicked. And she wasn't always like that. maybe she was. She just didn't accept who she truly was, you know, because it's good and bad, you know. Just like spiritual people, sometimes we fall when we don't wake up to our spirituality and we go against who we truly supposed to be, and we be negative. But maybe she had a wicked, you know, spiritual part of life, and she didn't accept it at first as a child. But once she got older, she accepted it. Now she's a wicked motherfucker witch. Maybe that's that. But I remember when I was younger, she always had the strength to help me. I was always scary. Not really scary, just didn't want to fight none of my family. And she used to be like, girl, you better hit them back. Or she'd jump in and help me. Like, if she was younger than me, like, you're not about to fight my sister. You know, she always had my back growing up. But she used to be attacking me, too. You get what I'm saying? Once we got home. Because I never wanted to hurt her. I never wanted to fight her. I never wanted to hit her. Still to this day, I don't want to fight my siblings. And if I used to fight her growing up, it's because she really pushed me to that point. You can't keep poking the bull. I don't care who you are. The more you poke that bull gonna come and fuck you up. And they gonna want to hurt you. So that's why, you know, to this day, like, if my siblings ever got me to a point where I was so angry with them, I just leave or stop talking to them. Or cry to myself, because I don't like hurting my siblings. I don't want to ever fight my siblings. I don't care how wicked you are. You cannot, I won't strike you. I can't. Unless you're trying to really hurt me or kill me, then yeah, that's different. You know, because I wanted to mess that younger sister up when she was playing in my son's head, his mental, his spirituality over there at her house. And my son was feeling like he was looking like he was lost, like, you feel me? I wanted to go back and whoop her butt. But I didn't, because I said, you know what? I'm going to let karma get her. And they did just that. Not just karma, my spiritual team. But yes, y'all, that was all I wanted to speak of. That was my first time communicating with the dead. And I also want to say this. A lot of these motherfuckers that's walking around you and they have no emotions, no energy, no spiritual growth, nothing of positivity, they are spiritually dead. They are dead walking. They just a body at this point. They go get reincarnated for sure. They go get reincarnated and come back and figure life out again. That's their job. Because they not getting it together here. So when they die, they're going to come right back to repeat the same cycle. Because they're not getting it. But I went so hard to try to wake my people up when I started waking up. But you cannot. You will be fighting these motherfuckers like that show. You'll be fighting. No, They Live. It's called They Live. Go watch that movie, They Live. Old movie with this, I forgot their names, but you go see it. There's a white guy and a black guy playing there. And this white guy had to beat this black guy up just to put on the glasses to see. You know, you beat people up to see that this world is full of illusions, and wake the fuck up, like, wake up! Just like in that, remember. But you be fighting these people to wake up. These people are dead, baby. They won't wake up. They actually go kill you while you trying to wake them up. So it's best for you to stay on your spiritual journey and remove them. Now, if they ain't did nothing to you for real and they ain't hurt you for real, just remove yourself and allow them to grow. And when they grow, you can allow them back into your space. Because when you're not vibrating on the same frequency of someone, this you vibrating high. This them still vibrating low. They still figuring things out. And you go down there and you trying to get them on your level. You're like, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come with me. Come with me. And they pulling away. And you up here, that's dragging you back down. Because now you're going to be on the same frequency as them. So now you got the Libra. You balance them. Right? But then you say, you know what? I'm going to detach. I'm going to cut this cord. Light a candle. Whoop. And now you going back up. And you going up so far up to the point where you can't even come in contact with these people for real. Because the universe won't allow you to. You get what I'm saying? These people are mentally, spiritually dead. I don't care who they are to you. Release. Let them go. Because if you don't, you go fall. You may die in the same sense. So that's what I had to learn. So when I got that message from her father, she made me feel as if I didn't see it. I seen my daddy before you told me that. No, you didn't. You can't even keep up with your lie. You just told me you went and seen him after I told you that. Because how would you know that he told you to come see me? Because he came to me spiritually. Spirit don't lie. Spirit don't lie. When they come to you and ask you to come see them, Go. When they come to you and ask you to do this and do that, do it. Don't wait. They ain't finna wait on you. They gonna wait a minute, but they ain't finna wait too long. They go. And I believe after that, he transitioned over. And I believe she was trying to fight and get a connection with him on the spiritual side so bad to the point where she went wicked chasing something else. And she probably welcomed a demon or into a very strong entity into her reality because she thought it was her daddy's reality probably. Because she went real wicked after that too. Maybe that's what happened. She welcomed the demon in because she went searching for what came to me. You cannot do that. What you can do is connect spiritually, align your frequency, meditate, wake your soul up. And I'm not just speaking on this because I'm bashing anybody. This is no bash video. This is my truth and I'm living it. And I have no reason to lie about anything. My children's dad will always back me up on that. He remembered that because he was scared out his socks. The fear in my eyes. I was like, I don't remember how I looked, but he said I looked scared as hell. And he felt something get up off the bed too, he said. But all right, y'all, I'm out of here. Peace and love and blissfulness. And I ask that you all like, comment, subscribe. Please leave your comments down here, boo-boo. I'm still learning this YouTube thing. I'm still going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to ever give up. Ever give up. Yeah. Just let me know how y'all feel about me, and let me know if y'all want a part 2 on the house explosion, because I do got other things to say, but I left out. So if y'all want to hear more about that, because I see that video was rising and going up, and you know, I see y'all, and I'm liking that y'all watching it. I mean, y'all can like it at least, but you know, I ain't gonna force you. It is what it is, boo, because what you ain't gonna do, another one will. I love you all.